So this route's pretty quiet?
Yes, and it's a real nice night for an evening.
As you say, Captain.
Yes, as I say.
Maker, she's bad at this. I don't like the looks of this. That should do it. If it isn't done right, the blade can be too soft. Quenching the steel is a vital step that can make or break a sword.
Right.
A blade for every purpose. What do you think about blades?
I'm sorry, Captain. I drifted off a bit.
Right, of course.
Painful.
Trap!
Well, guardsman, good patrol. I think we're done, and Hawk, what a surprise. What are you doing here?
Aveline.
Hawk, don't.
We don't have all night, you know.
Would someone please tell me what's going on?
All right. I'm going to draw a picture of where she wants to touch you.
Captain? I should get back to the barracks.
I thought we were friends.
Friends sometimes push.
I have to fix this. He'll file a complaint, ask for a transfer. You're coming to the barracks to explain why you put him on the spot. Double time, Hawk, or so help me. Maker. Where is Donnic? I have to head this off before it goes to the Viscount. Maybe a formal apology. Something that shows the guards they can still trust me.
You're their captain, not a golem. They expect you to have feelings.
Not if they get in the way of the job.
You don't know that.
I won't be that stupid again.
My apologies, Sirrah Hawk, but I need a moment with the captain.
Guardsman Donnic.
Please.
Aveline.
Guardsman Donnic did not file a complaint. This was all incredibly stupid, and you made it wonderful.
I think you can safely claim both halves of that pair.
You're sweet. I knew asking you was the right thing.
Let's not make a habit of it.
There's no way I can ever repay you. Perhaps it's simple. Thank you. Hey, can I ask you something? Was there a moment when you thought I was beyond help?
Not for a second.
You don't lie very well.
As far as you know.
Shout when you need me, Hawk. I'll always be here for you. Just knock first. It's a fine suit.
The finest.
Break it down, distribute it.
The Viscount requires parade armor for his inspections.
Then stuff it and mount it where he can see it. I wear the uniform of the Guard.
His Excellency will not be pleased.
His Excellency can mount it. Trouble, Hawk?
Seems like you have enough.
You don't know the half of it. And why don't you, by the way? Why aren't you tail deep in the problems of this city? Sure, you do good, but petition a title, take a job. The Guard is always looking.
That's a bit harsh, given my record.
Maybe I'm just sick of being the first stop for complaints about people like you.
People like me?
Brand's on about fortune hunters, mercenaries, disreputable professions without purpose. He's a clod, but sometimes... well, it might be good if the city was a little more stable.
Come on now. You'd really prefer the troublemakers stay home?
All right. So maybe I don't want to be completely put out of business. And I don't even really mean you. But some people, they go on without regard and then act surprised when someone starts a circle. There are warning signs, you know. It's worth saying.
What are you doing?
Putting out milk. I miss having a cat around. But I think the refugees have scared them all off. Or maybe eaten them. You know, I've been meaning to thank you. You don't need to stick your neck out for the mages here. But you have. One day, we'll make a world where your sister can be free again.
Mages cannot be treated as guilty just by association.
I can't tell you how reassuring that is. Sometimes, you're the only reason I don't think I'm crazy. When you still believed in me after I almost killed that poor girl. I knew you meant it. You wouldn't say it just to make me feel better. You make me think I can really do this. Lead a revolution.
Together, we'll win this fight.
Your faith inspires me. Sometimes, I fear I cannot do this. Not while I struggle against this vengeance inside me. But I know you won't let me lose myself to him.
Touch anything. I've arranged all of the papers alphabetically.
Years of nice, quiet anxiety. Gone. Along with a whole street.
The Qunari were blameless.
Right. A mad elf pushed by zealots, likely hidden in the very groups I have to appease. The Maker has a grand sense of humor. And the Arishok. I suspected he had no plans to leave. I didn't know it was just as annoying for him.
Keep the worst of them off his back, and it'll be all right.
But that is the problem. It has already escalated, despite your efforts. A shame.
What happened?
A Qunari delegate and entourage paid me a visit. It was civil, tentative, hopeful. They left my chambers with precision, but were not reported by the outer guard. They are missing almost literally from my doorstep. What do you imagine will be the Arishok's reaction?
We need to get out in front of this, and fast.
I feel I've been trying to turn a stampede for some time now. Someone is pushing very hard. Speak with Seneschal Bran. Then you will see why I cannot trust anyone else with this. I don't know who would benefit from fighting the Qunari, but it will cost all of us.
Good day, Sarah.
You have information about the missing Qunari?
I am to help you, yes. Viscount Dumas would appreciate discretion in this matter. I would prefer that you were not involved at all. But that is neither here nor there.
Has anyone reported this to the Qunari?
Maker, no. I'd be signing the messenger's death warrant. He'll find out soon enough, of course. And when he does, the Viscount is rightly concerned that the illusion of peace will dissolve.
The Arishok is growing violent. He might want an excuse to end this peace.
I suspect that if the Arishok wanted to take over, he simply would. For all we fear that heretical Qun of his, its demands have done more to keep him in check than any of our efforts. Besides, would Qunari stoop to trickery? There is no precedent, but there is unfortunate evidence of influence on our side.
It sounds like you don't want them found.
I must think of what is best for the Viscount's office. Bringing attention to such an incident benefits no one.
You would do nothing.
The Qunari are neutral hostiles at best. There is no relationship to salvage by overextending ourselves on their behalf.
I'm having a hard time picturing the abduction of a Qunari entourage.
Unfortunately, they were not at their best. Their swords were tied into their sheaths, as I advised. It seemed a respectful compromise. Even I know you cannot separate a Kunari from his weapon.
I'm sure you have suspicions about what happened.
My concerns are well-founded. This could not have escaped the notice of the city guard. Unless they were involved.
Have any failed to report?
Several. You should start with one of them. Although where you find a swordsman so eager to sell his honor and duty, I'm sure I don't know.
The Hanged Man.
Hanged Man.
Got to be.
Right. Then you know what to look for. I can't imagine this has occurred without notice. There is always a weak link.
I've got something to show you. Come and see. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Something seems off about your mirror. Shouldn't it reflect the room?
No. It's not that sort of mirror. I've spent the last few years restoring this. One of my clan found it in the Brazilian forest, we think. Poor Tamlin. We never found him. Just the shattered pieces of the Alluvion.
What are you trying to do with this mirror?
At first, I just wanted to find Tamlin. But... it's been too long. Tamlin is probably dead by now. If he wasn't already. But still, I know it can help my people. I can at least recover this one small part of our heritage.
This thing is what made the Keeper send you away, isn't it?
The Keeper wanted me to destroy the fragment I kept. She said our ancestors meant it to be forgotten. But it's a Keeper's place to remember. Even the dangerous things. We argued. I left. She's wrong. This mirror could teach us so much about who we once were.
Do you think the mirror had something to do with Tamlin's disappearance?
The ruin we tracked Tamlin to was full of traps and monstrous things. But we found no body. His trail ended at the broken pieces of Alluvion.
What's an Alluvion?
Long ago, the elves had a kingdom. An empire that covered Thedas. And every city had an Alluvion. The mirrors let them communicate across their empire. But I don't know how exactly. My people have lost so much. We know almost nothing of the days before Arlathan. This is a piece of our history.
I'm sure you wouldn't show something this dangerous to just anyone.
It's not dangerous, I promise. I fixed it, or tried to, with blood magic. The mirror won't hurt anyone. But it doesn't work. I've tried everything, and I think it's because it needs to be finished with a special tool. An Arulin home, and my clan has one. It's been in their hands for generations.
But you're afraid to face Keeper Marathari again.
Exactly. You have no idea, the Keeper. I can't talk to her. We fight, or talk circles around each other. She has a disappointed frown that turns your bones to jelly. Please, help me. You will, won't you?
I'll go with you.
Maseranas, I'll find some way to repay you, I promise. Keeper.
You returned to us, Stalin. Have you reconsidered this path at last?
Go on. I'm with you.
Thank you, Hawk. Keeper, I need the Arulin home. The ancient carving blade that Master Island keeps.
I see. You wish to rebuild the Alluvion.
You don't have to approve of it. I'm invoking Via Sulavanan. I'll do whatever task you wish.
Well, I'm glad to know I can still disapprove. It is your right. I will give you a service to perform if you insist.
We appreciate your help. This means a lot to Meryl.
I'm glad that Meryl has a friend in you, child. I hope you will look after her.
I can take care of myself, Keeper.
Yes, Stalin. I know. Avar Terrell has taken the lives of 3 of our hunters. It lairs in a cavern in the mountainside. Seek it out, slay it. No one else must fall to its anger. Do this for us, and I will give you the Arulin home. May the Dread Wolf never catch your scent.